Emily is arguably one of Thomas's most recognizable characters. Introduced in the 7th season, she evolved over the course of several episodes before becoming a part of the Steam team and Calling All Engines. But before becoming the iconic gaslight gatekeep girl boss we all know and love, her beginnings were quite humble in the episode Emily's New Coaches. So let's take a look at that episode today with this rendition I made in Tomy. The basic set is made up of a single loop with a long passing line. Emily is present, no surprise, but for Thomas, I decided to include his cross-faced edition, as Thomas spends a good chunk of the episode feeling upset. Annie and Clarabel, 2 red Branchline coaches, and 2 of Emily's coaches are included. By far, this is the most coaches I've ever had and probably will have in one of these sets. Maithwaite Station was included, as it's where Thomas is told by Sir Topham Hatt to go and collect Emily's new coaches. I also included a double railroad crossing, as that's where Thomas found Emily pulling Annie and Clarabel. There's also a signal box for when Emily is flagged down, and a tunnel for when Emily starts feeling upset after the others shun her. 2 trees liven up the set, as well as a siding to store Emily's coaches. I decided to have the basic set portray the first half of the story with Thomas and Emily. It keeps it simple while still conveying the majority of what's shown. A nice little train set if I do say so myself. But for those who know this episode, you also know which engine appears later on. That engine, of course, is Oliver. And for those of you who know what comes next in an MTI Thomas video, well... oh yeah, viewers, we're doing it! An expansion pack with Oliver! This expansion pack comes with Oliver, 4 troublesome trucks, including rebuilt Scruffy, a turntable, a cross switch, 2 R29 S-curve rails, and some connecting rails and buffers. With this pack, you can now add the crossing where Thomas nearly plows into Oliver.
Emily could see that Oliver had broken down on the crossing. Then Emily heard Thomas's whistle. He could see Oliver, and he knew he could never stop in time. Oh! Emily charged towards Oliver, and with a huge effort, pushed him across the tracks. Just in time.
As well as the turntable in the yard where Emily receives her new coaches. The cross switch also allows for 2 engines to run simultaneously without crashing. There's definitely more ways to expand this set, but I'll let you all at home figure that out. Overall, a great roster of characters and lots to do, a solid train set. And that pretty much wraps up Emily's New Coaches. If this set was in stores back in the day, I'd list it for around $80. The crossing, station, and sheer amount of trains and rolling stock really hike it up. A DVD would be included featuring Emily's New Coaches. If you're feeling particularly picky about the Meeting Emily scene, you could always grab a pack of half straights and Maithwaite Station for that scene. But for the sake of keeping the price lower, I held some restraint. This Oliver pack will also get the double track pack treatment with a video of its own, so stay tuned for that soon. Huge shout out to my members for making this video possible. As always, thanks so much for watching and have a great day. Okay, now that we've ended the formal video, it's time to show you all what I cooked. I thought to myself, I wonder what a heavily expanded version of this set could look like. So I sat down, got some more tracks together, and boy, did I cook something up. Here it is, the Emily's New Coaches set on a ton of drugs. I kept the footprint of the original set alive as much as I could. The split curb before the station has expanded into 2 inner loops. The inner line goes along the edge of the rail yard and over the railroad crossing. The outer inner line goes by the signal station before traveling to the cross switch, around past Maithwaite, over the bell crossing, and through the tunnel before crossing over back to the railroad crossing. The inner outer line goes up over a single track iron bridge, over the suspension bridge, over a double track iron bridge before coming back down again. The outer line quickly merges under the bridge line and travels under the single track bridges before splitting to join the double track bridge, then back down to the station. I kept all the characters from the original expanded set and added the N700S bullet train. Okay, the N700S may not be a Thomas character, but I don't care. It's cool, and I love it. I left the spare rolling stock in the rail yard. The turntable was indeed brought over and now has an extended switch yard attached to it. This certainly would never have made it onto shelves anywhere in the world, but I'd like to imagine this layout would be an expanded design on the back of the box. Alright, I've had my fun. As always, thank you so much for watching. Don't be a stinker, and have a great day.